the media about this. Indiana Fever could try to do all the PR stuff that they want to do to try to cover this up. At the end of the day, ain't no covering this up. Y'all hella lying. So this was an incident that happened at the game. Caitlin Clark and her coach hate each other. Right? Brick Center captured this moment right here, right? Now,
breaking news. What is reportedly unfolding behind the closed doors of the Indiana Fever organization is far more than an ordinary basketball controversy. According to this dramatic account, it has become a full-blown crisis that could send shockwaves throughout the WNBA. What some claim the mainstream media is reluctant to discuss is the possibility that the Indiana Fever franchise is struggling internally. We are talking about executives allegedly under enormous pressure, panic reportedly spreading through the front office, and questions surrounding the team's future. And why? Because two of the league's biggest stars, Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham, have allegedly reached their limit. They are reportedly fed up with the environment, and, according to this storyline, have considered walking away from the team and refusing to wear an Indiana Fever jersey again. The alleged reason behind this unprecedented rebellion is what supporters describe as a shocking betrayal involving head coach Stephanie White. The situation inside the locker room has reportedly become so tense and chaotic that, according to this narrative, WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert was forced to step in and address the growing concerns. If you thought the drama on the hardwood was intense, the claims suggest that you have no idea what may have been happening behind the scenes. So buckle up, pay close attention, and let's examine the alleged truth behind the controversy that has fans talking about the Indiana Fever and the WNBA. To truly understand the scale of this reported conflict, we have to go back to where the tension allegedly began. You see, according to this storyline, this was never simply about playing basketball. It became a battle involving trust, strategy, emotions, and physical competition. The Chicago Sky, with Dejounte Carrington playing a major role, have been involved in intense matchups with the Fever throughout the season. But the alleged turning point, the moment when trust was supposedly shattered, did not begin with Caitlin Clark. It began with Sophie Cunningham.
Basketball really ain't a contact sport like football and many other sports are. But for her to be going into these basketball games with clean arms, clean shoulders, and then come out looking the way she looked is diabolical, bro. It's just diabolical, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. And I don't know, man. We just got to keep Caitlin lifted up in prayers. But we have to talk about the drama that took place in this basketball game today. It's so much. It's so much, guys. Hold on. Let me get this switched over for you guys because it's just so much drama. I don't even know where to start. Oh, this is Dejounte Carrington trolling Caitlin Clark. Let's just start here.
She brings a defensive mentality.
Look at her. And she got a tech today. Look, another one. 7-3 made for Caitlin Clark. She was busting Dejounte. Busting her ass all night. This is the face here. This is a face of the feet. Look at her. Salty. Pick your face up, Dejounte Carrington. I think you left your mascara on the floor, too. Watch this.
A few games ago, according to this dramatic account, an incident allegedly unfolded away from the main action, outside the immediate focus of the cameras, and in what appeared to be a blind spot for the officials. Dejounte Carrington reportedly made a hard, aggressive physical move involving Sophie Cunningham, sparking immediate controversy and frustration. Sophie was reportedly shaken up and understandably angry about what had happened. As she got back to her feet, she looked toward the sideline, expecting her head coach, Stephanie White, to strongly challenge the officials. She expected her coach to defend her, stand behind her, and show support for her player. But, according to the narrative, Stephanie White did not respond the way Sophie expected. Instead, she allegedly remained quiet while the situation unfolded. And the story reportedly became even more controversial afterward. Claims about what happened inside the locker room later suggested that, Rather than fully supporting Sophie, Coach White may have taken a different view of the incident and defended Carrington's aggressive style of play. If true, that would have been a major emotional blow for Sophie and could have seriously damaged the trust between player and coach. In this dramatic storyline, Sophie allegedly began to feel that the problem was not only coming from the opposing team, but also from within her own organization. And according to the narrative, Coach White's controversial decisions were far from over.
It's very clear you're on the other side of the line in the sand. You seem to be on the Kelsey Mitchell, Stephanie White line. And this is not to come at Kelsey Mitchell. I hope she has a big game. Her and Caitlin Clark been playing awesome together. This is not to come at Kelsey Mitchell. But the fact that you did not want to include Caitlin Clark in the MVP talks, Aaliyah Boston, is disgusting. And your ass better start making layups and give us $6 million worth. Now we going to be on you. Now we going to be on you. Stephanie White, you already liable to get booed. I don't know what you're going to do. Okay. If they boo you, you're going to have to deal with it. Look in the mirror. You did not stand up for your team or your players. Now, let's get into this Indiana Fever Dallas Wings matchup. What is going to be the number one key for the Indiana Fever? First of all, the Dallas Wings are a team that's reeling. They just won a game. They've lost 6 out of their last 9 games. 6 out of their last 9 games were L's. And it needs to be a...
Fast forward to the very next matchup against the Chicago Sky. According to this dramatic narrative, Dejounte Carrington allegedly understood that the Indiana Fever's coaching staff was unlikely to respond strongly, which supposedly gave her confidence to play even more aggressively. This time, however, the attention shifted from Sophie Cunningham to the franchise star herself, Caitlin Clark. The storyline claims that Carrington repeatedly played extremely physical defense against Clark, including hard contact around screens and intense battles throughout the game. Supporters of this narrative viewed those encounters as excessive and believed Caitlin was being targeted during a nationally televised matchup. The situation quickly became a major talking point among WNBA fans, with many questioning whether the Fever's bench should have intervened more forcefully. And once again, according to the account, Coach Stephanie White faced criticism for her response, or alleged lack of one. Rather than immediately stopping the action or strongly challenging the officials, she allegedly remained composed while her star player dealt with the physical pressure. The controversy only created more questions about the relationship between Clark, her teammates, and the Fever coaching staff.
Basketball. I said last night was in the top 3 hardest games to watch of the season. It was brutal. God dog, last night was boring. In fact, I said last night during the watch party that only the WNBA could have a battle between what's supposed to be 2 of their top 5 biggest stars, Paige Beckers and Caitlin Clark. Only in the W could the WNBA figure out how to take a game like that, make it close for most of the game, and it be boring as hell. That's some W shit. That happens a lot in this league. A lot in this league. Vanderbilt Fever. Caitlin White literally got tackled. Stephanie White just sits there with her arms crossed, sniffing and twitching. Congratulations, Stephanie Weatherspoon. Aw, damn. Shout out.
But according to this dramatic storyline, the most shocking part of the situation allegedly came after the final buzzer. A supposed insider connected to the arena staff reportedly shared a controversial claim that immediately fueled speculation. The source allegedly claimed that Coach Stephanie White had a private conversation with Dejounte Carrington before the game began. According to this unverified account, White supposedly encouraged Carrington to challenge Caitlin Clark physically and test her toughness, creating the impression that the opposing team had been given permission to play especially aggressively against the Fever star. Let that sink in for a moment. If such a conversation actually occurred, it would represent an extraordinary breach of trust between a coach and her own franchise player. The alleged revelation quickly became even more explosive when Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham were supposedly made aware of the claim. According to the narrative, emotions inside the locker room reached a boiling point, with frustration and distrust reportedly spreading throughout the team. Supporters of this storyline believe the players had grown tired of feeling unsupported and began questioning whether personal disagreements or coaching decisions were affecting their careers. What started as an intense basketball rivalry had allegedly evolved into a much larger controversy involving trust, leadership, and the future of the Indiana Fever.
Right.
Watch Caitlin. Watch Caitlin. Look, it's 1, 2, 3 defenders. Look, 1, 2, 3. You fucking idiots. Y'all are idiots. Watch this. KK, there you go. Bah! Hey, Caitlin, look at that. Look at that. You idiots. Idiots. Hold on. There's more. Oh, man. DJ encouraged high fives her block. Did replay show she got all hands on Kayla Clark. So this was Enes Kanter's situation with Natasha Cloud during the game. Let's
and right before the break, this was the scene inside Wintrust Arena.
Look at him. She forgot she was at a game. She forgot she was at a basketball game. Look at her. You talk all that stuff on the internet.
That was reportedly the final straw. The breaking point had allegedly been reached, and the frustration was described as completely overwhelming. According to this dramatic storyline, Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham made a shocking, potentially franchise-altering decision. Instead of going to the media or expressing their feelings on social media, they allegedly bypassed Coach White and went directly to the Indiana Fever front office, where they reportedly delivered a firm, non-negotiable ultimatum. The narrative claims they essentially told the general manager, "We are done. We refuse to play another minute, we refuse to practice, and we refuse to wear this jersey under a coach we believe has betrayed us and failed to support her own players. It is her or it is us." Then came the alleged bombshell. According to the storyline, the two players returned to the locker room, gathered their belongings, and began clearing out their lockers. If true, it would have represented an extraordinary escalation, suggesting that the reported conflict had gone far beyond normal coaching disagreements and had become a full-blown dispute over trust, leadership, and the future of the franchise.
Right. Share the channel, hit the bell notification, hype the video. That'd be greatly appreciated. Let's get right into things, man. Jose Fernandez. You're going to hear him talk about the game plan for Caitlin Clark and what they were looking to do and what they only had to do a few times because there was no pick and rolls for Caitlin Clark. They didn't run an off-ball play for her until the third quarter. Stephanie White's game plan was, let's get Kelsey Mitchell the ball and get her as many points as we can, as often as we can. That was her whole game plan. She sucks as a coach. Jose Fernandez knows it. Take a listen.
Talk about the defense you guys played on Caitlin Clark today. You started 4-15 shooting.
Well, we wanted to get it out of her hands. You know, in any pick and roll situation in the middle of the floor, she's so good. So if it was going to be...
We wanted to get it out of her hands, especially when she does that pick and roll in the middle of the floor. She's so good. We didn't even run the damn pick and roll in the middle.
The entire Indiana Fever organization reportedly went into full crisis mode. According to this dramatic account, staff members were allegedly overwhelmed with emotion as they realized the franchise could potentially lose two of its most important players. The storyline attributes the growing panic to the escalating conflict surrounding Stephanie White. The situation was portrayed as potentially devastating for the organization, with concerns about the possible impact on ticket sales, sponsorships, merchandise, and overall fan interest. News of the alleged walkout reportedly reached the league office, and speculation quickly spread throughout the WNBA headquarters in New York. When Commissioner Kathy Engelbert allegedly learned that Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham were considering leaving the team, the situation reportedly became even more urgent. The narrative argues that Clark's enormous popularity has played a major role in the WNBA's recent growth, television attention, and commercial interest, making any potential departure a serious concern for the league. According to this storyline, Engelbert did not wait around and instead allegedly traveled to Indianapolis to address the escalating situation personally. She reportedly arrived at the Fever's practice facility, bypassed the usual chain of communication, and confronted the situation head-on. In this dramatic account, the commissioner allegedly ignored the surrounding PR chaos and went directly towards Stephanie White, setting the stage for an explosive confrontation in front of the stunned Fever staff.
Because I'm here to tell you, she got embarrassed in a major way, but nobody received more embarrassment than none other than Natasha Cloud. Oh my God. Natasha Cloud has got to be Donkey of the Year the entire calendar year of 2026. This was her face as she looked defeated at times because she has lost this battle. And the battle been, look at this, Enes Kanter made her stand on business. What do Uncle John always tell you? The internet will give it, and the internet will take it away. Natasha Cloud, retard of the day, trying to fight Enes Kanter's freedom by the way her team got blown out, 113-90. And to make assault to injury even worse, shout out to Jason Whitlock, because Jason Whitlock pointed this major key piece out, and I think ain't nobody talking about this. Jason Whitlock stated after Natasha Cloud hit a bucket and then moved to her Enes Kanter publicity stunt, the Sky was outscored 32-15. Cloud had to cut the feet. Cloud had actually cut the.
Engelbert reportedly delivered an earth-shattering reality check and issued what this dramatic storyline describes as a merciless league warning. According to the narrative, the commissioner allegedly made it clear that such behavior would not be tolerated within the WNBA, emphasizing that no coach should undermine the league's biggest stars or engage in inappropriate dealings with an opposing player. The story then claims that the situation reached its most explosive point when Stephanie White was allegedly removed from her position. In this account, WNBA leadership supposedly stepped in, stripped White of her authority, and terminated her immediately. The narrative portrays this as the moment when White's alleged conflict with Dejounte Carrington, Sophie Cunningham, and Caitlin Clark finally came crashing down. According to the storyline, what began as a dispute over coaching decisions ultimately turned into a major organizational crisis, forcing league officials to intervene. The WNBA was reportedly left in a state of shock, while speculation surrounding Stephanie White's future reached a fever pitch. The dramatic account suggests that her career was effectively destroyed by the controversy and the alleged breakdown of trust with her players. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham were portrayed as standing their ground and proving that, regardless of how powerful a coach may be, players and team leadership must ultimately share trust and accountability. In the end, the storyline frames the situation as a dramatic showdown in which the players' concerns finally forced the organization to confront the controversy head-on.
Everybody else gets to eat when she starts serving plates, and that's going to be the biggest key. Next thing is, Aaliyah Boston, stop trying to play point guard, man. Like, we need you to make layups. Stop trying to be a point guard. This shit is ridiculous at this point. You've turned off the whole fan base, just to be honest at this point. Like, you're not to be trusted. Stephanie White just has to get out the way. That's going to be the third thing. Stephanie White, get out the way. It's very clear that when we play your system, we lose. We're losing playing this way. We're losing. We don't look electrifying playing your system. Go back to what was working during the 5-game winning streak, and that was playing Caitlin Clark style of basketball. That is what was working for this team. You went away from it, and now we just got bumped twice in a row, potentially a third time in a row. And now we got Dejounte Carrington coming around. She gonna be looking to knock somebody's head off. Keep your head on a swivel. Put your helmet and chin strap on with a mouthpiece. You never know what's gonna happen with her. I mean, it's been a disaster, man. It's been a disaster, man. This team has to get rebounds. That's going to be big. We give up way too many offensive rebounds and all extra possessions. We did it versus this team last time. That's a large part in why they stayed in the game. We need to rebound. This team is so soft. Our front line, our bigs are soft that we do not rebound. We don't rebound, man. We just don't do.
But right now, I want to hear from everyone watching this situation unfold. Do you think Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham made the right decision by reportedly packing their bags and considering leaving the team? Do you believe Stephanie White deserves the criticism surrounding the controversy, or has the situation been exaggerated? And what do you think about Commissioner Kathy Engelbert potentially stepping in to address the reported conflict? Head down to the comments and let your voice be heard, because this debate is far from over. The controversy surrounding the Indiana Fever, Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham, Stephanie White, and Dejounte Carrington continues to generate major discussion among WNBA fans, and the fallout could become even bigger. If you want more updates, analysis, and commentary on the latest WNBA drama, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on all notifications so you never miss another update. Keep watching, keep discussing, and stay tuned for what happens next.